hardest things for any teacher is making sure that their student remains on task, being attentive throughout the lesson and not goofing off and sleeping during class. One way that teachers do this is through differentiation. Differentiation is a way in which teachers anticipate and respond to a variety of student needs in the classroom. To meet the students' needs, teachers differentiate by modifying the content, what is being taught, the process, how it is taught, and the product, how students demonstrate their learning. In this video, we will look at the three main ways of differentiation, which include visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning. We will show the good and then also bad ways that teachers can and will do this in the classroom. If you are a visual learner, you learn by seeing or reading pictures. You understand and remember things by sight. You can picture what you're learning in your head, and you learn best by using methods that are primarily visual. You like to see what you are learning. Teachers who do not know how to teach visual learners tend to lose them because they will look at everything except the teacher who is just giving a lecture. They tend to be easily distracted and need to be engaged by colorful pictures and imagery for the majority of the teaching period. Ways to engage visual learners would include writing down words, ideas, and instructions during the lecture, using pictures to explain key concepts that were written in the book, trying to visualize and relate what you hear and read to the student, and avoiding distractions during study periods.
Auditory learners respond best to hearing and listening. They store information by the way it sounds. Teachers should remember that auditory learners understand spoken instruction better than written instruction. Teachers may find auditory learners humming, closing their eyes, or even talking to other students. This is not a sign of disrespect or that they are not paying attention. However, this may mean that the teacher must make the lesson more engaging. Auditory learners would do well with lectures. However, the teacher should make sure they speak loudly, pronounce their words well, and switch it up with story songs and other creative activities. Ways that teachers can engage auditory learners more is by calling on the students to answer questions during the lecture, having the students read passages aloud, and reading test questions out loud to the student. Kinesthetic learners learn by touching and doing. They love moving, building, and drawing things. Kinesthetic learners are easy to point out when they become bored. They often fidget with their hands, bounce in their seats, and play with anything within reach. Lectures and posters will not help these students. Classroom teachers are in the most danger of not reaching kinesthetic learners. They must remember to engage all students. To engage kinesthetic learners, teachers must include assignments geared towards them. Kinesthetic learners like art projects, acting out stories, moving out in groups, finger spelling, and even using computers. Teachers must remember that foot shaking, tapping pencils, drumming, and bouncing are not bad. Instead,